Hi, everyone, and welcome to December's New Model Monday Live here at Bachmann. I'm joined today not by Tyler, but by somebody who's appeared on the stream once before, who I'll bring onto the camera right now, and that is Dave, Sales
Welcome.
Manager Extraordinaire.
Welcome to everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're gonna have some fun tonight.
We absolutely are, yeah.
So
So,
we got us. We're gonna give. You want me to tell them the news or not? You are you gonna tell them the news?
the
We got a
news.
sneak peek for we have a little sneak peek for you on some new stuff. We're gonna do some talk about sets, and
Yeah,
we'll let Matt give you a sneak peek on some stuff that you're gonna hear here for the first time, hopefully. So there you go.
yeah. The main focus of this stream is going to be train sets. Right now, this time of year is the classic time of year to be thinking about train sets. They're obviously integral part of the Christmas season. You see them around the Christmas tree. You see them set up in stores. It's something that's just very intertwined with the Christmas season. And of course, they're also great gifts for anybody that you want to get involved in the model railroading hobby, or for somebody who likes trains but may not have any model trains yet. It's a great way to get started. And Christmas, of course, and the holidays is a perfect time to introduce those and give them as gifts. So hopefully we'll provide a little bit of inspiration in our stream. We're going to talk about what we've got that's brand new in sets. We're going to give a little bit of an overview of our different types of sets that we have, and we're going to talk about some upcoming sets as well. We have a couple of samples, some that you haven't seen yet, and of course we will do our Q&A as always as well. But before that, I will share we do have a shipping update that's quite exciting.
Yep.
So as of today, we do have here in our Bachmann warehouse the HO scale Via Rail Venture cab cars, which we know have been long awaited. People are very excited for and have been very patiently waiting to add to their consists. We also have the N scale Venture cars, the Via Rail Canada coach and business cars, and the Amtrak Midwest coach cars.
Right.
And we do have DCC and Sound Thomas and Percy as well, and I believe Leviathan and HSL. We got a lot of cool new stuff that's hit our
Yep.
warehouse and is going to be shipping out to retailers in the next couple of weeks. So here just in time for the holidays.
Yeah, we flew in that production because we wanted to make the holidays, and uh, it's worthwhile. We had lots of back orders on it, so be sure if you have it on back order, see your favorite retailer and get it. We did bring in a few extras, so scramble if you like what you see. Make sure you scream at your favorite retailer and say, "Hey, get this for me quick! Christmas is coming. It's just a couple of weeks away."
Yep, absolutely. And we'll go into more detail about those products in our regular stream next month. But I wanted to give an update on that since they are pretty exciting products that have come in before we launch into train sets. So yeah, let's do it. Let's launch into train sets.
All right, you going to start with those new ones you have behind you, or you want me to
Yeah,
start with beginner sets?
yeah. I can start with the new stuff. So I'll start here with a little bit of what you see behind me here. These are some sets that have just come into stock within the last year. Some of them actually, I actually didn't check on the status of the Denali and the McKinley, but I believe they're going to be here later this month. But I'm going to lump them in with new arrivals because they're basically almost here. So that's the one you see right here, the Denali Express. We also have the McKinley Explorer. These are our two Alaskan sets that, in name, have been favorites in the line for many years. We've had variations of these going back, 25 years or more now. All the way back to when they were running the Bud full domes in reality, and we of course had the train exactly as it looked back then, and since then we've kept up with how the real trains look, with updating with new locomotives and new cars. Now we offer these with the Colorado Railcar Ultra Dome cars, which is what you see in the package here.
These
These
are new
sets,
paint schemes, weren't they? Weren't they, Matt?
yeah,
These are the newest paint schemes for both of them.
yeah. So that's what's brand new with these sets. So the actual Holland America rail cruises in Alaska. The two trains underwent a brand update within the last 5 years. They started updating their paint scheme to be more complementary to the Alaska Railroad paint scheme, which you'll see on the locomotive here. So in our latest version of the set, we're also reproducing that. We've got the new Alaska Railroad paint scheme on here as well. The previous version of the sets came with the GP40 locomotive with the previous Alaska Railroad paint scheme, which you can still see, I believe, on a couple of units. But for the most part, most of them are in this scheme now. And certainly the locomotives you'll see on passenger trains will be in that scheme. So all updated, new look, and we also have add-on cars for that set as well, which I put one right there. So that's one of the McKinley Explorer ones. This is one of the Denali Express ones, which just says Princess Cruises on the side. Really great sets for whether you're commemorating a trip to Alaska or if you're interested in modern passenger railroading. It's a very cool couple of sets to look out for. These will be here around the end of the month, if not a little bit before. Also within the last year, we had the Circus Spectacular show up. This showed up, I believe, around November last year.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first train set that we've done with a new look for Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey since they brought the circus back. It's a really fun, really colorful set. It really brings the essence of what the circus is today to life. It's all about fun. It's all about a family experience, and that's what we've tried to replicate with the look of this set. It's sure to be a hit with the kids and really with anybody who likes model trains, because who doesn't love a nice, fun painted F7? And then, of course, back here, and we're just going to run through these pretty fast because we got a lot of sets to cover. And of course, some of these we've talked about quite a bit in previous streams as well, so there's not too much more we can say without repeating what we've said many times, but always worth a mention, of course. We've got the, I think, probably the biggest arrival of the year, certainly in box size, which is the Amtrak Acela 2, which is the HO scale model of the next gen Acela, which in reality just started running on the Amtrak Northeast Corridor.
It's selling extremely well. I mean, the release, our release was right in time with the release of the real model.
Yeah, it was almost like it was planned that way.
Yeah, it's like I like it when things come together like that.
Yeah, so this is a cool set.
Selling incredibly well for the consumers that are looking for it. Both the set and the add-on cars are selling incredibly well. They really like some of the comments I've gotten, Matt, from the shops and people I visited with is they like the fact that it is a spot on prototypical. I mean, we went to great lengths to make this model spot on prototypical, and that's for the enthusiast modeler. They really, really like that and they appreciate that. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and just to give you an idea of how accurate we've been with this model, as of course the real thing was in development at the same time as our model, there were changes that were made to the real thing as ours was in development. So they changed the vent style on the side of the locomotive, so we actually had to go ahead and change the vent style on the model before we could release it as well to make sure it was accurate to the prototype as it appeared in actual service. So, like Dave said, very prototypically accurate, and it's also just a great set for anybody who likes high-speed trains, modern technology. It's got a oval of our concrete tie Easy Track. It's one of only two sets that you can purchase that track purchase with that track, and it's also DCC and sound ready. So you can plug a decoder right in there, and you'll be able to run DCC. It's got a quick plug built in for 21 pins.
Right, they have the wide radius curves on there, so it looks prototypically correct. I mean, it looks good going around those curves. It looks prototypically correct when on the curves. Yep. So,
and for lighting as well. You can see all the different interiors, which are all accurate to the actual prototype cars. So, the first class car versus the business class cars and the cafe car, they all have a different layout in them, and the model is accurate to the prototype for those. I like seeing it. You can look in the cafe car and actually see the counter and all that inside.
Yeah, it comes with a large oval of track, and of course you can always add straights to it to make it even larger if you want. So,
yep,
straight piece of track. So,
and just like with the Denali Express and the McKinley Explorer, you can also add on to your train as well. The real train, the set is 3 cars with 2 power cars, one at each end. and that'll look really nice on the oval of track that comes with the set. You can also purchase 6 additional cars to increase the length to the full prototypical consist length for the real train. You may need some extra track for that too. So, um, but that's the Acela 2, and very exciting model. A lot of people are very happy with it, and yeah, it's probably our biggest HO scale arrival of the year. That's pretty much all I have for new arrivals or recent arrivals. So, Dave, do you want to talk a little bit about? We've got various different
Yeah,
types of
let's
train
talk a
sets.
little bit about sets.
Yeah,
One of my favorite subjects. So we have different sets for we have sets to meet the needs for every type of customer. So if you're a beginner or intermediate person, or even if you're an enthusiast who wants prototypical scale, like we just talked about, we have sets for that. So sets, wide variety of sets, freight sets, passenger sets, more modern stuff, more traditional or old stuff, or stuff that the old guys like myself like, the old steam type of trains, because I'm a steam guy, so that's just happens to be my like. But anyhow, so when you're starting with a set, it depends on what you want, but we can find something for just about everyone. I'm grabbing two of my favorite sets. Uh, one a steam set and one a diesel set. I'll start with the diesel set. This is more what, when I was growing up, what you get caught at a railroad crossing or something like that. We got a it's Santa Fe Flyer. Obviously, it's got uh, that F7 locomotive with that fancy front end on it. The open quad hopper, a gondola car, caboose, circle of track. Um, some of the nice road names: Delaware and Hudson, Wabash, and of course the Santa Fe. It's got a there you go, circle of track. When we talk about sets, when we talk sets have everything complete for a consumer. So if you're buying it for a gift, or you're buying it for yourself, or to get someone started, you're going to get power pack, speed controller, locomotive, couple of cars, a caboose. Obviously, you don't get a caboose if it's a passenger set, but you get passenger cars in it. But so you get everything you need to get started. And once you've got a basic set like that, you can purchase additional track. You already have enough curves, so you get to make it wider, and then you get to add in turnouts, and pretty soon you can build yourself a little layout. But anyhow, so a diesel set, that's got that war bonnet on there,
and
and then
these
if
two
you're
sets in particular are really great, good value sets too for getting somebody started who may not have any experience in the model railroading hobby.
yeah, and again, it's got the snap fit easy track in all the sets. Um, and then my favorite, one of my favorites anyhow. So it's got the Union Pacific Gray uh, 060 steam locomotive, a gondola, and a caboose in there. Of course, got a Burlington in there for us Midwest guys, because I'm in the Midwest here. Uh, the neat part about this particular set is this particular locomotive, extra selling feature, has a smoking locomotive. So you get a live smoke unit put in the steam locomotive. So you can use the drops that come with it to make it steam as it's going around the track.
Yeah, that's
And
definitely a fun feature, and adds another layer for sure to the experience.
yeah. So, and again, we make several models in this. We also have a thoroughbred if you want that Norfolk Southern look, and Pacific Flyer if you want a different steam set. So that's a basic set. So when you take a basic set and then we add some things to it to make it sort of a step up set, we get things like the Chattanooga.
This is a cool one. What I
This
like
is
about this is there's so much that comes with this set.
Yeah, it's a 155 piece set. It's got an 060 locomotive, steam style locomotive, uh, and three cars and a caboose. But you're also getting a station with that, a signal tower, again some figures,
You got street signs, telegraph
Street
poles.
signs, telephone poles.
It's basically this is a great set for somebody who has aspirations for building a layout because it gives you everything you need to get started on that path of building a layout, short of having a table and grass. You've already got a building, you've already got telephone poles, you've already got signs and people, right there, all in one box.
All in one. So this is our steam version of it, and then we also do a step-up version called the Rail Chief. And the Rail Chief is the diesel version. It's got 130 pieces in this set, but it's got that beautiful BNSF locomotive on there. It's a GP40 locomotive. Again, a strong Midwest name. It's got that Burlington Northern plug door boxcar on there, a CN gondola, and Wisconsin Central quadhopper on it, as well as caboose.
Yeah. And this one, I
And
think, this is one of our most popular sellers, and I think part of that is just due to
absolutely.
the fact that it's just such a good looking paint scheme on the BNSF locomotive and caboose. And of course, BNSF is a railroad that you can see through more than half the country. It's such a wide reaching railroad in reality.
Yeah. So, and so that we're not forgetting about the season, we also have the Jingle Bell Express. This screams Christmas. It's got all those beautiful Christmas colors on it: the reds, the greens, the whites, uh, and something to go around the tree or up on a table or in a little display if you want to do that. It's got an 060 locomotive, and again with a tender tank car, a gingerbread boxcar, a silver bells mining company uh, quadhopper, and of course a caboose.
Yeah, this is just a fun set. Like you said, it's the gingerbread boxcar, the Silver Bell Mining Company, which actually has a silver painted load to make it look like I guess it's actually silver bells that are being mined, or silver
Yep,
that's being mined to make the bells.
silver bullets to make your bells.
There you go. Yeah,
And it's North Pole Dairy Company is on the tank car.
yeah. So it's just a great all around Christmas set with all the loads you need for for a typical North Pole freight train.
Correct. So again, this is just, and I'll just run through some of the other ones really fast. We're doing, as long as we're on the Christmas thing, we introduced this last year, sold incredibly well. It's staying in the line, and it'll still it's doing very well for us. The Scout Elf Express, for those people that have the elf on the shelf hankering, and they want something with the posable elf on the shelf figure in the set.
Yep, it's an officially licensed set. We worked with the brand, the Elf on the Shelf, to make this possible, and it even has the like you said, the little elf sitting there, which is it's not an actual scout elf, but it's a this was in collaboration with World's Smallest. It's a
Right.
miniature replica scout elf, which rides perfectly in the gondola there.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can you see it on the box car here too. It's got a lot of really pretty graphics on there with the different elves dancing around and on the box car.
Yep, definitely a fun set.
Just definitely a fun set. So we like fun sets. Other than that, we have a lot of traditional, more of an East Coast thing with the CSX coastliner. It's got
Yep,
some container cars on it.
Yep, that's kind of like the East Coast version of I mean, you don't get all the extra stuff, but of the Rail Chief.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
CSX is one of the most popular railroads, or not popular, one of the most um, widespread railroads east of the Mississippi. So if you're looking to buy something for a kid who likes trains, or somebody younger who likes trains, um, who lives somewhere between the Mississippi and the East Coast, this is a great set that will replicate what they see when they're stopped at a railroad crossing in reality.
right. Real quick, and then I grabbed again. It's only about half of the sets we make. We have lots and lots of sets, and
Yeah,
we
we
did want to mention this shout out for those that are in scouting. Uh, the BSA All American set. It's got an F7 with the Boy Scouts of America logo on it. And you can see the boxcar, gondola car, excuse me, boxcar, quad hopper, and a caboose.
Yeah, all with again officially licensed. This is Joseph Satari artwork from actual vintage Boy Scouts of America artwork.
So beyond that, uh, we're also for the more. You want? Should I go into the enthusiast stuff right away? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean we've got a lot to cover, so we might as well just keep going through it.
Yeah, just keep going
So
on. Okay.
yeah, I mean
So
every set, of course, is will be relevant to a train enthusiast, but these ones are more particularly tailored. They're going to be a little bit more expensive, a little bit more tailored to somebody who's really committed to getting into model railroading or expanding their collection.
yeah, so just a really beautiful and one of our most popular selling engines done in the set. It's got the daylight in there with the daylight paint scheme on there. Uh,
Yep, that's the
again,
GS4 4449 on there, which
yep,
is still in existence today.
correct. The baggage car and a baggage car, passenger car, and an obs car in the set.
All with
So
interior lighting as well. Well, apart from the baggage car.
correct, correct. Apart from the baggage car, correct.
Yeah, definitely one of my
So
favorite steam passenger sets that we offer.
yeah, and then as everybody knows, we do a lot of Amtrak stuff. We have two more really quick sets on HO, and then we'll talk a little bit about sound. But
I do
the
want to
Amtrak,
briefly say somebody in the comments did ask if we're going to open the sets. If we were gonna, we would love to and show them all in high detail. But if we were going to open all these sets, this stream would be about 4 hours long. So we're just gonna run through them, and if you want to look at them in more detail, you can find them all at bachmanntrains.com. We usually have pictures of the trains outside of the set box as well if you want to get a better look at them.
so City Sprinter, it's been out for a couple of years now. Still selling very very well for us. Again, Amtrak, it's got the concrete. It has the concrete ties in with this set, and then we also have the. Would you call this the original Acela, or would you call this?
I think we should call it the OG Acela.
There you go.
But that's that's the I guess more officially. Oh, I don't know about officially, but the legacy Acela set. We'll say.
The legacy with that legacy paint scheme. It's got that cool, the teal color uh, paint. I don't know what do they call those officially. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, well, it was part of the Phase 5 branding that Amtrak had,
Gotcha. Phase 5 branding. So there you go.
and
So
really became more known as the Acela scheme over the years. But yeah, really nice set. Again, full interior lighting, and again, that's a Spectrum set. So it's a very high detail set. It's going to look fantastic alongside any other high quality Amtrak models such as our ALC 42s and our ACS 64s when running on your layout.
So if you're looking for something for somebody who's going to take that next step up, when I say the next step up, we talk a lot about a lot of our sets are geared for beginners, but we also address sets that offer some value for somebody who wants to start with DCC sound and DCC and then DCC sound. So I'd like to just take a minute and show you the three sets that we're doing in that. And so once somebody starts in this arena with a basic set, they want to step up and they want to try that digital command control and then sound. We have our digital commander set.
Yep, this is a
Now with
great
DCC,
example of what you can do with DCC straight out of the box. Sorry, Dave, I kind of cut you off.
no, that's perfect. That's exactly it. So it comes with your easy command controller, so you get your first feel for DCC with this set. Multiple variations for again for speed, direction, and lighting on the sets. We give two locomotives in this set, an F unit as well as a GP40, and then some rolling stock in with the set and the caboose, of course. A little bit larger oval track with this particular set also.
And this one, I think, is our only set in the line that actually has a turnout included in the set, right?
Correct.
So you can do a little bit of switching as well. And the reason it has two locomotives is because with DCC, obviously, you can operate your train independently of the track. So it gives
Right.
you the opportunity to run both locomotives
Right.
independently and
You
switch
back one of
cars
the
around.
locomotives. Yeah, back one of the locomotives into the siding while you're running the other one.
Exactly.
You can do that. So this is the DCC set, and then we also do two sets in DCC sound. Again, keeping with our theme that I say, where we are trying to do something for everyone. We have a diesel version in the DCC sound called the Thunder Chief. And again, it's got an F unit, a boxcar, tank car, and caboose. And then we do the Echo Valley, which is our steam version.
This is a beautiful set. Also, the only set to offer, that we offer with our Alco 260 as well, which is a really nice locomotive.
Yeah, it's got the beautiful that Peabody quad hopper sells really well too, and it's a real nice car for in that particular set.
Yeah, the Peabody paint scheme was definitely one of the more colorful ones in reality. So it was a cool one to add for this set.
Yeah. So if you're looking for gifts for somebody with, again, somebody who's already into trains but wants to go to that next step, you have some offers.
Although I will
With
say,
that.
even if the person's not into trains, they will be after they hear the sounds and they're able to blow the whistle themselves and hear the chuff and have that extra dynamic level of experience with running the train.
Right. And without running you guys through every set, I want to talk about just the other two scales, that we're doing sets in. One is the ON30 scale. This is incredibly appropriate for, let me get over the top so you can hear me. Incredibly appropriate for people. If you ever see the Department 56 villages, Christmas villages, or the Lemax villages, this scales correctly for those particular models. Looks
Yeah.
prototypically correct. So again, ON30, it's O scale size, narrow gauge, 30-inch rail. So it runs on HO track. So you actually get HO track in here. Again, a little bit bigger of a car.
Yeah, good for running around the Christmas tree because while it has the same space saving ability as HO scale, the trains, because they're O scale narrow gauge, are a little bit chunkier, a little bit larger, so they make more of an impression when they're sitting under a tree.
Yeah, and then of course, if you're doing a Christmas village, we also make a Christmas village set that's got a trolley car in it. So it just runs back and forth and can snake through the village. The other scale, and I'm not going to go through all the sets because we got a lot of them, but again, we're making in. I'll just grab a couple. N scale. For those
This is our
for those that are not familiar,
smallest size that we offer.
a little bit smaller size. So I know lots of people already know about trains here, but if you're new to trains, there's different scale sizes, and the HO scale is 1 to 87. A little bit of education here, if you don't mind, Matt. We'll give them. So what that means is if you take 87 of those little locomotives, and line them up end to end, you'll get the length of a real one. Or if you stack them 87 high, you'll get the height of a real one. So it's a proportional scale. So don't let that scare you. 1 to 87, that's what it means. This is a 1. That's HO. This is a 1 to 160. So if I took 160 of these box cars and put it end to end, I get the length of a real one. We're stacking 160 pieces high. So it's just a proportional size. It's half the size of the HO scale. So
Yeah,
and again,
we got a nice Christmas set there and a just a regular freight steam set there as well. Both great introductory sets.
Yeah, we make a dozen or so sets in this particular scale. Again, all different road names. So, so something for every
freight, passenger, steam sets, diesel sets.
Right.
Watch it there.
Well, yeah. There we go.
Our sets are robust, but we don't want to demonstrate how robust they are.
No. But we can't forget Thomas.
Of course not.
Now, Thomas, everybody loves Thomas. So all you Thomas guys, give us give us a clapping hands, a emoji going to Matt there. Uh, but we've got a couple of different Thomas sets. We make Thomas in both. We actually make Thomas in 3 different scale sizes. We make Thomas in the HO scale versions. So Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle, obviously.
The classic set.
Yep, classic set. The deluxe set sells incredibly well. It's got that extra coal tower in there.
And it's actually the only set, the only way that you can get the troublesome trucks with the ore load is in this set. And we don't
That's
offer that
correct.
separately.
That's correct. So special for that set. And then we also make them in the several different versions. Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle, Percy and Troublesome Trucks, and then Emily Passenger set.
Yep, in N scale.
Those are all N scale sets. We also make this in our large G scale size sets.
Yep, and in fact, that's a great segue because right behind me here I have
That is it.
the latest upcoming large scale Thomas set, which is the Thomas and Annie and Clarabelle with DCC and sound. Now, I do say that with a caveat because it comes with a DC controller, but it's dual mode, which means you'll get all the sounds and all the functionality will play out automatically through the locomotive that you would have control over with the DCC controller. So to get the actual individual control, you'll need to buy a Easy Command controller separately. But the set comes with the sound built in, comes with the functionality built in, and you'll get all the enjoyment out of it right out of the box, even with the DC controller.
And it's one of the things we should mention is from a manufacturing standpoint, we manufacture our product with dual mode decoders, so our DCC product will work in DC mode. Obviously, you can't get all the functionality out of it that way without the controller, but they will operate both ways, so you don't have to worry about having an obsolete product. And also our Easy Command also allows you to operate. We're one of the only manufacturers I know of that does that. The Easy Command Plus that we make, it actually has a address on there that will allow you to run in DC mode so that you don't obsolete your existing product just because you've gone to DCC. So that's one of the nice things we do that not too many other manufacturers offer that.
Yeah.
So, and did I hear you right? Do we think that the Thomas with sound came in or is just coming in? What?
They did, yeah. They actually just came in that latest shipment. So they are here now, and they're going to be shipping out to retailers probably this week.
Okay, great. So
that's an HO scale.
It's an HO scale.
I'll just show up. I have Percy right here, so just a little teaser. There's DCC sound Percy. Looks like regular Percy, but you put them on the track, and you'll be able to, if you have a DCC controller, you'll be able to control the whistle, control the steam release, and hear all the chuffing, and brings him to life even more than it already would with the moving eyes.
Excellent. And before I forget, then one, Justin, I'll turn it back to you. I just don't want to forget about it. So let's say you have a hobby enthusiast that already has a train layout, or they've started a little bit. We make a variety of different, as I held up earlier, we make lots of different track, and we make...
And we offer both the steel alloy color that you're showing there and the nickel silver to match whichever train type that may be in your train set that you purchase.
There's one with concrete ties. We also make the nickel silver for those that are doing nickel silver. We also make DCC turnouts. We make a variety. There's a couple hundred different items we make in track of the 2,000 different items that are in our catalog. But I did want to mention two things. One is, let's say you have a clinch field and you want to have a clinch field set, and there's no, darn it, Bachmann does not make a clinch field set. Well, you can make your own. We actually have and this happens to be the nickel silver version. It's nickel silver. It's a oval track with a power pack and speed controller, and you just take your clinch field locomotive, put it on there, and get the rest of your cars that you need, and make your own set. So again, a lot of different variety.
And that's great for a gift as well, because like you said, if you know somebody who likes trains and you want to gift them a set, but there's not a set available for their railroad, just gift them the locomotive and the cars and that track pack, and you've got everything that you get in a set.
Right, and if you've if you listened to Matt and I last year and you bought the set last year and you don't know what to get that person this year, well, you can do something like get them a World's Greatest Hobby track pack. This gives them everything they need to expand into. We make this both in steel alloy and nickel silver. It gets you. I'll get a close up on this on the back, maybe you can see that. Um, it's a 4x8 layout. It's got a couple of different turnouts on that. It's just gives you a configuration that you can work on.
Yeah, you can have a passing loop there. You can have an industry. You can do a little bit of switching on there. And if you're expanding to an existing oval or a circle that you already had in a train set, then you just got even more bonus track to add to it as well.
Yep. Real quick before I forget, I I don't know if we did. You guys ever do a review on the? Did you guys do a review on the town um, on the Roundhouse when that came out or not?
So I don't think we were doing the live streams when this first came out, but this is a fantastic piece as well. And we're actually incorporating this into our another segue, but I won't go too far into it yet. But
Yeah,
we're incorporating it into our layout that we're building that we're doing a YouTube series on. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, Dave, definitely that's a great piece to add to your railroad, and it comes with the track.
I mean, the detail on the building is just phenomenal. I mean, it looks like a roundhouse. It looks like a real roundhouse.
It's the perfect place to display your locomotive collection.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I know you can talk a little bit about my only last thing that I want to talk to people about, just to mention them. Part of our job is to not necessarily sell you a product, but give you information. That's what we're trying to do here. And I'm going to show you guys a resource that's available. We have an Easy Track Model Railroad Planning book. I think it's one of the most unsung heroes in our product line, in that it's just got a world of information. If if I read through the index here really fast, it's basics on wiring, basic on track layouts. We give several different. Just flip to a page here. We talk about, and we show you in illustrations, how to assemble your track and put it down. We have wiring diagrams on here. We talk about all the different track pieces and what they mean, different nomenclature on the track. And then we also have several layouts that are in there that we show you some how-tos and tips. And then in the back of the book, we have 17 different layouts that you can do with Easy Track. Whether it's an Easy Track from your set and just buying a little bit more, or if you want to do something really complex like
there's a lot of inspiration available.
There's just a lot of different variations. So just easy model railroads. It's a little book. It's available your favorite retailers online, wherever you purchase your products. It's just a great little reference source to help you learn more, or if you need a stocking stuffer, you got to roll that up to put it in the stocking. But if you need a stocking stuffer, great information for people on how to do model railroads.
Yep, so, definitely.
That was sort of my little shtick on what I had for you guys.
Yeah, no, and on this in a similar vein to that, if you already have a set, or if you're planning on buying a set but you want to expand it into a high detail model railroad, the kind that you see on the cover of Model Railroader magazine or something like that, then we're actually doing a video series right now on how you can do that with Bachmann products. You can follow that on our YouTube channel. We also post it to Facebook as well, so whether you're on either platform, you don't miss it. We're on to episode 3 right now. We're probably going to miss December for episode 4, just with we've got our 2026 catalog to work on, and it's a busy time of year in the model railroading industry. So we may not be back until January with a new episode, but it basically will take you step by step on how to build a layout with detailing track, adding ballast on top of your Easy Track road bed, because you don't need to do it because the Easy Track road bed has the ballast built in, but if you want to go for that extra level of detail, it's actually built to the correct road height for a mainline railroad. It was designed for that, so whether you do cover in ballast or not, it has that nice appropriate height to it. We're going to go on to how to detail and weather buildings, how to add grass and various items from our Scenescape series. It's going to be a really fun series, and We're just getting to that part now where we're starting to do the scenery. So definitely go check out on YouTube. We've got
Yeah.
3 parts up so far, and more on the way.
And before I forget, don't every uh, part of what I do, and Matt and Helen, who works for Matt, they make me look good every week. Every Thursday morning, we try and send out we do send out an email to all our dealers, and we also make that as a consumer version on Thursday. I believe Helen sends it out half hour, 45 minutes after I send the one out to the dealers. It's our newsletter. It's our weekly newsletter. If you're not signed up for it, you should sign up for it. And the reason I say that is it's about the new product. We try and always talk about what's new, what's been released, and should be at retail. It's usually about 2 or 3 weeks after it starts appearing at retail. You'll see the product that we're talking about in that Thursday morning newsletter. And even if it's not your scale, it's worth signing up for the newsletter. Take a quick peek at it. Say, oh, I'm really interested in this item. Oh, they're talking N scale this week. Well, I don't do N scale. That's fine. And you can just pass on reading it for that week. But it just about every week, it's something new and different. So I really tell everybody you should really read it, because we're telling you what's new and what's coming out and what's new and different in the hobby industry. What's just been released. Matt always does he makes me look good. They always put a little teaser in there on new tooling stuff that he's just gotten in for approval and they're working on. So it's a great little tool for anyone that wants to know what's going on at Bachmann and just to keep your pulse on our business. It's every Thursday it comes out, and so sign up for the newsletter and read it if you like it. If you don't, just pass on by it, and you'll get the next week. Maybe it'll have something that you're interested in. So
We always try and keep it interesting for people at any scale. So even if the main feature of the newsletter isn't isn't your scale, we may have a new product update that's for something in your scale, and we do always announce when we have upcoming shows that we're going to be at and stuff like that. So it's a good way to keep track of what's going
it's
on at Bachmann, what products are available to purchase from retailers, and where we're going to be to meet you in person.
Yeah, for sure. Again, it's good information. We try not to we try to only do that once a week. We try not to bombard your inbox with new stuff all the time. But it is information that we feel you need to know as a consumer. This is what's going on at Bachmann. So think about signing up for it if you haven't, and please do so, and you'll find that you're getting good information on what's going on with our company.
I do see, just really quickly, I see a comment asking if there were any G scale trains mentioned. We did mention the Thomas set, but we did not talk about standard G scale. So we should just mention that very quickly, because right
Yeah,
back
so,
here.
so yeah, I was going to say in sets we had the Thomas set. We also have the night before Christmas set. I don't know if you had a chance to.
Show how impressively sized these sets are. Oh my gosh! Here we go. This is one of the rare instances where the picture on the box is actually smaller than the product itself.
Yes, it is. So G scale is comprised of 7 different scale sizes. For those of you who don't know it, it all runs on 45 millimeter track, but it's your railroad. So that's a 1 to 22.5 that you were holding up there. But we do the 1 to 20.3. We do
129.
1 to 29. So there's 7 different sizes in there, but it all runs on 45 millimeter tracks. So it all runs on the same track. They are built to go outside. We're doing really cool stuff, I think, in G scale. We roller bearing trucks on a lot of that rolling stock that's coming out. We got lots of really good things. I think, I like to brag about our company a little bit. I'm entitled to. We're one of the few companies that every single year that I've been with the company 17 years now, every single year the company puts money into new tooling on new products every year. We haven't missed since I've been with the company. There's always something that we're spending money on to bring new tooling, something new and different or upgraded to the consumer, to help you guys make the hobby, to make the hobby better and to help you guys find product you really like. So, and in G scale, we're doing some fun stuff in rolling stock right now. So, and we're going to do some more -9s, and we got lots of good stuff going on. And actually, good stuff going on in all our scales. But for those of you that like that garden scale, G scale type of stuff, we're certainly very active in that scale.
Yep. Our GP40s just came out last year, which were a huge hit. Like you said, there's more Dash Nines coming out, and we've got some new paint schemes and stuff coming out in our catalog too that I won't give away just yet.
Yep. Pretty soon. When do we think we're going to have that new catalog? Because everyone's going to ask you about it. You might as well tell them. We think it's
Oh
going to
man!
be.
Now,
Are we
now
going to make
I don't
it
want to jinx it, but
Amherst?
we're planning on having it ready for Amherst like we did last year for the Amherst Railway
Okay.
Society Hobby Show. It should be available to pick up there as the very first place you'll be able to get it.
Oh, so that's
So
late,
we'll,
and that's very last week of January, right near the end of January.
and I may have just committed myself to a lot of late nights working to get that to meet that deadline, but
Sorry about
that's
that.
our goal.
We are looking forward to the new catalog. Lots of one of the neat things about the new catalog too. Keep an eye out for it. We announced lots of new paint schemes. You know, we may you say, well, you guys have made boxcars for years and years and years, but we're going to have probably two or three new boxcars paint schemes in there, and more new and different gondolas, and we rotate in new road names and new road numbers all the time. So we'll probably have, as a company, we probably in general we just continue about 300 different items a year, and we introduce about 300 new items a year. So,
Always
I mean,
trying to keep
it's a
consistent.
lot. There's a lot going on. Matt and his staff and the engineering staff have a lot going on constantly to try and get new and different and exciting road names for all of our consumers. So, again, I'm proud to say I work for a company that does this every single year, never misses, trying to upgrade and make the hobby fun and better. So
It's always the goal.
that's the goal.
But yeah,
Hey,
speaking of upcoming and fun, we do have some sets that have been announced already, but are going to be coming out in the next year or so. That I wanted to touch on briefly while we're talking about train sets. Um, just go to full screen here.
yep,
You'll see over here I got a collection of stuff outside of boxes. That's because we don't necessarily have box samples yet, but they will be coming. This is our East Broadtop passenger set in ON30 scale. Now we have an East Broadtop freight set that's been very popular for the past couple of years. This is the complementing passenger set because, of course, the East Broadtop was a common carrier. They operated both passenger and freight. And today they are a very popular tourist railroad, which is being quickly restored and reintroduced along its original route. And this set kind of pays tribute to both what's going on with the East Broadtop now and the history of the railroad. With the 260 locomotive is based on the locomotives that you would have seen on the railroad back in the early 1900s to 1920s, before they got the moguls that they operate today. Um, and the passenger cars themselves are actually numbered to reflect the cars that are operating in the tourist operations today. And then in HO scale, we just announced this over the summer, coming out with a new Union Pacific set, the Golden Spike. And this is the first time showing this tooling sample because we actually, in the initial artwork or the initial photography for the set that we had in our mid-year NMRA brochure, we had a single headlight F7 on there. Of course, Union Pacific ran their F7s with a double headlight configuration, so we adjusted the set, and this will be coming with the appropriate Union Pacific configuration. And that'll be a fun set. It comes with Union Pacific F7, Eastman Chemicals, as I just dropped it there, Eastman Chemicals single dome tank car, Lehigh Valley gondola, always a favorite, the State of Maine Products red, white, and
yep.
blue boxcar with opening doors, and a Union Pacific offset cupola caboose to round off the train as well. So that'll be a fun set. And of course, we also have the probably the biggest anticipated set for 2026 will be the it's no secret that it's obviously timed with the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States, but we're introducing the Freedom Train. We've had the GS4 locomotive in the Freedom Train colors in and out of our line for a number of years, but we've never done the full set. Now we're doing the full set. We're actually tooling up the passenger cars. We have tooling samples for a couple of the cars, which we're not going to show you today because I feel like Tyler should be involved in that since he was
Yep.
leading that project. So we'll probably show those off next month. But we have tooling samples. The cars are tooled to replicate the actual cars that you saw, the exhibit cars that you saw on the Real Freedom train. They'll have interior lighting. Really nice set. And it's going to be a limited of 1,000. So that's going to be a hot commodity when it comes out. And
Once and done. So if you want it, make sure you get it right away.
Yep. And somebody did ask about the DeWitt Clinton that they saw on my desk. That is another set that we have coming out. So here's the locomotive and the tender. I guess that's the tender. I'm not fully up on my pre 1850 era railroad terminology, but
We need Tyler to give you guys the right terminology for that
yeah.
next month.
But likewise, I could probably be the modern. I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
but yeah,
We'll call it a tender, and then Tyler will correct us next month. There we
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, the DeWitt Clinton has been it's another model that's been in our line a number of times throughout the years. It's been a while since it's been in, so we decided it was time to bring it back. It's right now pre 1900 railroading is a very popular era. There's a lot of we're seeing a lot of interest in early railroading, which is pre Wild West era, 1820s to 1850s era stuff. So it seems like the right time to bring this back. We're not just bringing it back as it was. We've done some upgrades. It's going to have a completely new motor in it for smooth, high performance running. It's got a new, much crisper, much more accurate application of the paint scheme, and at the same time, it still has the same three fun little carriage cars,
Yep.
which are unique to this set. You will not find these with anything else.
Yeah, just so you know, I started 17 years ago, and that's the year we discontinued that set. So it's been 16 years since we've had that set.
Definitely time to bring it back
It's time to bring it
and
back.
improve on it.
Yeah, well, again, with every time we work on a new model, we listen to you guys. By the way, we do appreciate. We should always remind people. I like to remind people. Send in your suggestions. We get thousands of emails. We can't answer every single one of them, but we do read them all. And we
We
take to
do.
heart when people are asking for an item, we take it to heart. We bring it into our new products meetings, and we're saying, hey, people are asking for this model or that model, or they want this paint scheme or that one, or how about we do this or that, and we take that to heart. We listen to all your guys' comments. We appreciate it, and then in the case of the DeWitt Clinton, people saying, hey, we'd love to have that back, but can you upgrade that motor? Can you do this or that? And then when we reintroduce a model, no matter what it is, we always look at anything that may have not performed as well as we would have liked, and then we make those upgrades when we make the new model. So again, keep your comments coming. Again, if we don't answer your email, I apologize. We just get thousands of them, but please keep them coming. We love the feedback. We really do
We
listen to
do.
you guys.
Yep. The model railroad industry it's a tight knit community. It's a specialist hobby. So we understand how important it is to have interface with our customers.
Absolutely.
Now we're gonna segue over into our Q&A now. In the last few minutes here. Now, Dave, I don't know if you have access to any of the questions.
I can't
But
see them, but if you rattle them off, I'll either look it up if it's a question I can look up, or add my 2 cents where appropriate.
all right, sounds good. So I'm going to start from the top. I'm going to work my way down, and keep them coming, and we'll try and get through all of them. But if we don't, we'll definitely try and answer them in the comments within the next couple of days on social media. First question I have here is, where is Bachmann Salty? That's a great question because obviously Salty reappeared in our catalog a couple of years ago. I'm happy to say that he is in development, in production right now. I shouldn't say development because he is developed, but he's in production or will be in production this next year for 2026 release.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, for anyone unfamiliar, Salty is a Thomas and Friends diesel locomotive character. Same for Sydney. I'm seeing this is another Thomas character. Sydney will also be released in 2026, probably later in the year because it does involve a little bit of new tooling. Um, let's see. A question here about converting an older G scale Paul Bunyan set um, for truck mounted couplers. So that's a good question for our service team. They won't be able to do it for you because it would be a modification. But if you want to give them a call or give them an email, they definitely will have some pointers on what can be done for that. I got a question about whether there will be a Thomas Tuesday this month with Train World. Uh, just like we're taking the month off for our layout video, they're taking the month off for uh, Thomas Tuesday. It's like I said, it's a busy time of year for the industry, so they're focusing on their busy store right now, and we're focusing on getting all these new arrivals out and getting our catalog ready. But it will be back next month. Seeing a lot of great suggestions for products. I can't answer all those individually. I mean, I could, but the answer would be probably the same for most of them, which would be we will definitely consider it. There is no bad suggestion. Well, I shouldn't say there's no bad suggestion. There's always a bad suggestion, but by and large, there's no bad suggestions. Um, and keep them coming. We do read them. Let's see. This is. I just like this suggestion, so I'm just going to read it. You should make
Sure.
the CPKC holiday train in HOCL. That would be awesome. It would also be quite a headache because of all the animated LED lights on the side of that train. It would certainly be a challenge to try and work that out, and it would. I'm not going to lie; it would be a very high price set as a result. But I like the idea.
Yeah.
Dave, have you seen that train? The
Oh,
holiday.
yeah. Oh, it's very, very big. I get, I've signed up for everybody's newsletter, so I get all sorts of, I see all sorts of train stuff all the time.
Let's see. We got a question about whether this person can see the N scale 19th century 460s. We don't have tooling samples yet, but we're expecting them very soon. So watch that space. We do have completed artwork though that's available to see on our web store though. And this is a good question. Are you guys transitioning to using the new upgraded Easy Command throttle in all of these sets? Yes, all of our DCC sets moving forward will have the Easy Command Plus included in the set. We've effectively retired the original Easy Command, and this is what is being produced in its place. That's not to say that your local hobby store will have sold out of all the ones with the older ones, so you may want to just check the box to make sure it has the new one if you're planning on buying from a hobby store. Dave, are you going to have a train around the tree this year?
Uh, it's not set up yet. I'm looking at the tree. I'm in my family room now. I'm looking at the tree. My wife set it up over the weekend, and I was painting over the weekend, so I did not. I got the painting done, so I'm on the nice list instead of the naughty list. So maybe she'll let me set up the train next weekend.
There you go.
So,
What would it be? Would it be? Should I ask? Am I?
well, you know,
Is it not a box?
so no, you can ask. It's I have two daughters, and they both have a 5 year old. I have two 5 year old grandsons, 7 year old granddaughter. So it's going to be there's going to be a Thomas running under that Thomas Christmas running underneath that tree. So
Excellent.
that's what we're doing. So it will get set up. It's just again, I had to be on the in order to get on the in order to get on the nice list. I had to do the painting this weekend. So and I did get the painting done, by the way, just so.
Excellent. Yep. Important to stay on the nice list.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's a suggestion says it would be nice to get more sets of complete trains without the track and power bracket. That's certainly a possibility. It's something we've done before. Um, I know there's that's certainly something that appeals to people who are into the hobby already. Especially, I could see it being with like a fixed consist like the Acela or something like that. And we may look into doing that at some point. But at the same time, for the set to reach wider appeal, to have wider appeal, putting the track and the controller in there just makes sense because then you're not only marketing to people who already are in model railroading, but you're getting people into it as well. And the at the end of the day, the retail cost is not going to be that different to have all that extra stuff in it too. Let's see. Do you see a question about the status of the Thomas anniversary vans? They are still expected to arrive this month,
Mhm.
so they should be here in time for Christmas. If not in time for you to have at Christmas, in time for at least to order by Christmas.
Yeah, we have two containers that are taking forever, but they are supposed to be here this week. We got the air shipment that came in today, and we have two containers, and that'll be the last two for this year. Obviously, we have more containers on the water product, but those won't arrive until January. So,
So I got a question about whether a few questions about the possibility of a Strasbourg set in the future. Strasbourg obviously is very popular. We are introducing prototypical Strasbourg passenger cars that you may have seen in HO scale.
yep,
The actual Boston and Maine style cars that do run on the real Strasbourg Railroad today. And we're, of course, offering two Strasbourg paint schemes for that car. So, and last year, we, of course, introduced our 44 tonner in the Strasbourg scheme as well. So we have equipment for the Strasbourg Railroad, just no set yet. It might be something we could look into in the future.
yeah, it's a very good idea.
Let's see. All right, here's a good rail fan question. What big steam engine would we like to see Bachmann make next? Would we personally like to see the company make next? That's a good one. Should I put you on the spot, Dave, or not?
No, don't put me on the spot. I have to think about that.
Yeah, it is because I mean obviously you're always inclined to say like Challenger or Big Boy or something, but there's already so many of those out on the market. You want it to be something that's unique and something that would really be an asset to the industry. But it's a great question. I will say in terms of big steam, and I did see another question about this as well. The EM1 is by far the largest steam locomotive we've ever produced, and it is coming back in HO scale. Right now, it is
Yes.
available in N scale, but it's coming back in HO, and we are on track, no pun intended, for a 2026 delivery for that as well.
Yep.
All right, let's see. I got a question. Will the SC44 charger work without DCC? Yes, it will. Dave was talking earlier about how all of our DCC models are dual mode, which means that they will
Right.
work in DC mode as well as in DCC. And not only that, but they're actually programmed to function with sound in DC mode. So if you're depending on how much power you're giving the throttle, you'll get the bell, and the bell will cut off at a certain point. You'll get the horn. It's actually fairly interactive, even without a DCC controller.
Yeah. Yeah. We only used dual mode decoders on everything we do. For that reason, we let you use it, and then get yourself a set or buy yourself an Easy Command Plus when you're ready. You don't. Most people don't realize this, or lots of new people don't realize this. You do not obsolete your track.
Hmm.
So if you've already laid down a nice layout in the track and it's a DC layout, you don't obsolete it by changing over to DCC. It's just we have to you have to have the controller connected to it. So a little bit of connection, not issues, but again, if you're using the Easy Command Plus, you have a DC address already on the controller, so you can run your traditional DCC stuff or DC stuff, and then take it off and put a DCC model on there and just go to town with all the sounds. So
Yeah, and I will say, I started out when I was building my layout, which sadly I had to take down due to moving recently. But when I started my first high detail layout, I actually wired it all to be DCC or DC, so you could switch from one to the other. And man, was that a headache to do. I wish I just because once I got my first DCC sound locomotive and I started running that, I never ran DC again. Everything became DCC sound after that.
Sure. Sure. But we have lots of people, especially guys like me, that you already have. Like I have my dad's original locomotive when he was growing up. So it's kept clean and it runs. And every once in a while, you like to pull it out and put it on the track. So it's nice to have that option. That's all.
No, it definitely is. Yeah, and especially I was starting out with a limited collection.
Sure.
Whereas yeah, when you already have a collection or even a layout that's been around for many years, it's definitely a different story.
Yep. Yep.
I'm seeing some questions here about updates on the N-scale Via Rail venture cars. So you may have missed it at the beginning of the stream, but we actually just got a container in that has a lot of really exciting arrivals, including our N-scale venture cars for both Via Rail Canada and Amtrak Midwest. Without the cab car for Via Rail, because that will come later. Not as much later as the HO scale one, because everything's completed for it in terms of design. It's just following our production schedule. So we
But
will.
yeah, the HO is available, right? That's the one that just
Yeah,
came
and,
in.
and the HO one is actually on this same container. So for HO
Yes.
modelers, the cab car is there. For N scale,
Yep.
the rest of the consist is now going to be shipping to retailers too.
Yep.
See, we're going to have to probably wind it down here in a little bit. I don't want to keep Dave from his dinner because you don't
No,
want to see
it's
Dave when
just
he's hungry. Any update on the Dreyfus Hudson and the 20th Century Limited cars? I do have an update on those. The 20th Century Limited cars are, I believe, on track to be to arrive in one of the upcoming containers. They are on the water as we speak. The locomotives will be arriving a little bit later. I think right now they're scheduled to be here in the spring.
yeah. I was going to say March. That's the latest I read.
Yeah. So, and they're definitely going to be worth the wait because they are absolutely fantastic locomotives, and literally worth the wait too because they're very heavy. They've got die-cast metal boilers. They're really fantastic locomotives.
Spent a lot of the guys in engineering spent a lot of time getting that thing prototypically correct. So
Yeah.
it's definitely worth the wait. And it's nice to have the cars to go with it too. So
hmm And I think we're going to wrap it up there for now. I am seeing more comments coming in, but we're going to have to go back and start answering those on social media tomorrow. But we really appreciate everybody who's joined the stream. Hopefully, we've given you some inspiration for if you want to get somebody else into model railroading or if you want to get started yourself this holiday season. Hopefully, you saw something in the stream that would be interesting to you or at least inspiring for getting started on that journey.
yes, and we appreciate you again. We appreciate all your comments. We appreciate your supporting our business, and we hope to be making the future model that you're looking for shortly. So yeah, just keep the information coming to us. And again, we appreciate your business. Thank you very, very much.
Yep, absolutely. So, yep, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from us at Bachmann, and we wish you many trains in your next year.
There you go.